Hey gang, welcome back. We're here on another roast along video at Mill City Roasters. We're roasting up another coffee here from the Columbia Coffee Collective, Java Elidon. Also natural. In the last video we roasted the Gesha from the same El Virgil Estates located in Fresno, Colombia. Talked a little bit how we look for clean and distinct naturals, and this coffee falls right in that wheelhouse. Not only is the natural process just special unto itself, Java, really interesting variety just to have in that region. So it's going to be a really special kind of coffee to dive into. Again, just like the Gesha, if you have one chance to go at it, this is what we recommend. It's kind of a medium to a light roast. Really straightforward profile. A lot of clean flavors, a lot of melon, a lot of strawberry, just a lot of really bright, fun stuff. All right. So, first things first, we have our roaster preheated. Awesome. We have our airflow set to a low to medium. And that's going to kind of play pretty static throughout the entirety of the roast until we start getting into our development phase. Beginning of the roast, we're going to do a minute soak time. And we're going to hit it with 1 kPa of gas pressure after a minute. Once we reach around 2.5 to 2.45 minutes, that's when we're going to ramp up our gas pressure to 1.5. This is a big bean, so we're delicately introducing heat that's existing in the roaster and what we introduce into the drum as well. So low gas pressure, kind of in the medium, is the highest that we're going to get, and we're going to bring it back down to kind of a low to medium gas pressure into development. Now my fan speed is set to 35 hertz, and then for my drum speed, I have it at 60 RPM as well. Have that at 50 on the dial. Again, it's going to be a little different on your machines. Make sure you do a hard count, just looking at that shaft rotation and counting out your RPMs per 15 seconds to get you that total rotations per minute. So we're going to start by shutting off the gas, bringing the roaster down to our charge temp, looking for 330 on the PID. Wild. May seem really low, but just trust me, it's gonna work out. It's gonna be a good cup of coffee. So, all right, so we're just about to approach our charge temp. We're at 340 on the PID. Another 10 degrees to go. I have my 500 gram batch weighed out. T31. Boop, and charge. For today, I'm going to be referencing the PID at the start of the roast, and then as I get further on into it, closer to development, we'll start moving more towards your bean temp. PID and the bean temp start to line up a little bit more as you get further and further into the roast. So I'm just focusing on this drum temperature for now. At 1 minute, we're hitting our gas. Boom. We're approaching our next adjustment where we're just going to bring the gas up from 1 kPa to 1.5 kPa. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.5. A lot of those fruit notes are really going to hide that kind of straw or hay-like notes that we get in watch coffees as we're just approaching green to yellow. So as we get further into the roast, the tartness is going to kind of go away, like almost like a tart sour, kind of like lactosey kind of like smell. And then it's going to move to start being a lot more sweet, almost like a strudel, kind of like a, toaster strudel with some of that, that frosting. We are at 247, 3.5 minutes into the roast. Now, because we're stretching out this roast so long, we're kind of trading some of our development time for the dry and the mid phase of the roast. So we're actually developing a lot of those sugars and a lot of flavors throughout the roast, and development is going to be a little bit shorter and allow us to not go so high in temperature to where we're kind of, sacrificing even development. And because of that as well, because everything's stretched out, green to yellow, I have it, it's going to kind of show up around 280, 83 degrees. It's a really low green to yellow. Just reached 270. Like I said, green to yellow is going to be around 280 to 83. Start getting some smells in there. Color is looking good. Still a little bit about that tart, kind of sour smell. It's a really pretty coffee. All Right, so 282, I'm marking green to yellow. Boom, and that was on my bean temp. So yeah, steady the course. We're at 6 minutes and 11. We're at 293 degrees, both lined up on the PID and the bean temp. All right, we're getting further along in our development. We're sitting at around 320 degrees. Looking for first crack around 359 is when we're gonna start getting into first crack. Outlier, 360. Just shy of 359. It's okay. Yeah, once we get into first crack, about 30 seconds, 1048, 58, 18, drop down to 1 kPa and up that airflow to 41 hertz. Good. Looking for a drop temp of 381. Sitting at 377 right now. Ooh. A Jolly Rancher watermelon. Kind of like a blue raspberry kind of flavor. Looking for that 12 to 14% development for a drop temp. 381. And boom. Got some good coloring. Yeah, overall pretty even, nice, good smells. We're gonna get this cooled down and probably taste it tomorrow and see how it went. Until next time, stay roasting, friends.